I have to admit, this is my very first time trying a cherry pie, and I must say it turned out to be incredibly delicious. I was pleasantly surprised by the sweet and tangy flavors of the cherries, perfectly complemented by the flaky crust. If you're a fan of cherries, this pie is definitely a must try. You won't be disappointed. To make this delicious pie, you'll need a few ingredients. In a mixing bowl, combine 1 egg white and a teaspoon of cream of tartare. Whisk these ingredients until, wait for it, stiff peaks form. Woohoo! Creating a light and fluffy base for the pie. Next, add 1 tablespoon of sweetener to the mixture and gently mix on low speed until thoroughly incorporated. The sweetener will add just the right amount of sweetness, enhancing the overall taste of the pie. For a beautiful golden crust, you can use allulose as an alternative to traditional sweeteners. Allulose will give your crust a unique touch. Once the egg white mixture is fluffy and peaked, pour it into a single pie cup, carefully shape it into a crust, place the crust in the oven, and bake it at 350 Fahrenheit for 8 minutes. After baking, turn off the oven and let the crust cool inside for an additional 10 minutes. This will ensure that the crust sets perfectly and maintains its shape. Once cooled, remove the crust from the oven and let it cool completely. It's important to note that once the pie is out of the oven, it will start to deflate slightly, which is completely normal and desired, so there's no need to panic here. To create a delicious filling, I start by adding half a cup of cherries to my pan. The cherries add a burst of fruity flavor that complements the other ingredients perfectly. Next, I add 1 tablespoon of zesty lemon juice, which adds a refreshing tang to the filling. To enhance the sweetness, I add 1/4 cup of sweetener, giving the filling a delightful taste without the need for excessive sugar. For a hint of aromatic flavor, I include 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract and a 1/4 teaspoon of almond extract. These extracts add a subtle but distinct taste to elevate the overall profile of the filling. And let's not forget the zest of fresh lemon. The lemon zest brings a bright and citrusy note to the filling, enhancing its complexity. I carefully cook the mixture on medium heat, allowing the cherries to release their juices and create a luscious, juicy filling. If you have a bit more patience than I do, you can even wait for the filling to thicken slightly, creating a more substantial texture. This step is particularly important since I won't be baking this pie. Instead, it will remain an open pie, so a slightly thicker filling will stay in place and be more enjoyable to eat. Once the filling has reached its desired consistency, I pour it into the meringue pie crust. I gently spread the filling evenly, ensuring every bite will be as delicious as the last. Then I patiently let the pie cool, allowing the flavors to melt together and the filling to set. To add a finishing touch to this delightful pie, I dollop a generous serving of fresh cream on top. The cream adds a creamy and velvety texture that perfectly complements the fruity filling. Then it's time to indulge in this scrumptious creation and savor each and every bite. I really hope you give this recipe a try, and if you do, please let me know how you like it. Happy baking!